Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing really well. Now, back for a bit of a Blackburn reflection video today. I've had a couple of days to think about it, and I'm just so happy with the way things are going at Norwich City at the moment. The sort of frustration and criticism towards Norwich City seems to have died down a bit, which is understandable after that fantastic win. So I'm going to be reflecting on that. A couple of things I want to talk about. Before that, though, the first thing, thank you so much for the support on the weekend's videos. Uploaded a match review and a match day experience. They both went down so well. The match day experience is like one of the top performing videos over the past year. And we're only one weekend in, so thank you so much for that. Keep subscribing, keep liking. There's going to be a massive season of content. I'm really trying hard to make this the best it can be. The second thing is Talk Norwich City has a fantasy football league. We've hooked up with Sky Sports. You can check it out in the description. Click the link and follow the pin. Just enter your team and then join my league. And yeah, you'll probably beat me. I'm not very good at fantasy football, but I know loads of you guys love it. So I thought we should set a league up, and it's always a good laugh anyway. So yeah, links in the description. Click through that, make your team, and then use the pin, which is also in the description, to join the Talk Norwich City League, and we can all battle it out in there. So let's get straight in to the Blackburn reflection then. It was a fantastic day. Loved the away day. One of my favourite ever, actually. Went with Gibbo and Lewis. It was brilliant. Really did have a laugh. The weather was great. You know, I really liked Ewood Park, actually. Really nice stadium. I loved how it sort of looked out onto it kind of looked like a forest. I think it was just like a strip of trees, but it was so nice. Real shame to see Blackburn in such, I wouldn't say a state, but you know, there was 11,000 fans there. I remember the days of Gamps, Pedersen, Yakubu. Who else was there? They had some proper players back in the day. Yakubu, what a player. But they looked poor. And, you know, a lot of people were asking me, was it Norwich City playing well, or was it Blackburn being bad? And I think it was a mixture of both. I think if Blackburn continue in that fashion, they will probably go down this season, and Owen Coyle won't last until Christmas. But at the same time, Norwich City were superb. It was one of the most free-flowing attacking displays I've seen in some time. The combo of Houlihan and Naismith was just something out of this world. Murphy really did set the pitch on fire. He was brilliant. Will Griggs not on fire. Jacob Murphy is on fire. You had Jerome working so hard up front and being clinical. You had the fullbacks of Olsen and Pinto bombing forward and creating things. You had that midfield pairing of Howson. Was it Tete? I think Tete was playing. Can't even remember now. I think it was Tete. But the midfield was locked down, and it was just so easy for us to really open them up. And you know, a lot of people were criticising Naismith last season, me included. I was like, is this guy really up for this? I thought the £8 million we paid was possibly over the top, but yesterday he really did show his value, or Saturday, sorry, he really did show his value. Chipped in with that goal, nice little finish. His movement was exceptional, his passing was exceptional, his work rate was exceptional, and he looks properly up for this. I think he's got a point to prove to both Everton fans and Norwich fans that he is a good footballer, and he is a footballer that deserves to be back in the Premier League. And him, with all the other Norwich City players, should be fighting to get Norwich City back into the Premier League where we belong. The only criticism I'd probably have of Norwich was Ruddy. Didn't think he was great at all, and I don't think he's put himself in a good light. I think Stokes' header, which was Blackburn's goal, should have been saved. It took an absolute age, it seemed, to cross the line. I've watched it back. It wasn't a great header. I mean, it was across the goal, but Ruddy's position was poor. Maybe it was just that he didn't have much to do and his concentration was down. At the end of the day, it didn't make the slightest of differences. But I want to be seeing a bit more from Ruddy. But at the same time, I kind of don't, because I don't want to be having loads of shots on goal. But with McGovern there, the competition's high. Ruddy will know that he needs to pick his game up. Not a massive criticism at all. I still believe in John Ruddy. I think he's a good Championship goalkeeper. But he was probably the only weakness. Martin Olsen, was his head fully in the game? Probably not. I think his agent's trying to stir a few things up. But West Ham have signed a left-back today. So maybe that Olsen deal to West Ham is off. It probably is. Will Olsen go to another club? Probably, I don't know. I mean, I think his agent was banking on him going to West Ham, and it looked like the offer was going to be increased. It never was. They clearly don't think he's worth more than £3 million, which is a bit of an insult, but to be honest, if it means that we can keep hold of him, then brilliant. I want to see Martin Olsson playing well for Norwich City this season. He is a top draw player, probably one of his best, but I think his head wasn't fully in the game at the weekend. Man of the match, who was it? I thought Houlihan was magnificent. I thought Naismith was magnificent. Murphy was awesome. Close was cool and composed. Pinto had an absolutely brilliant game. Probably one of the most underrated performances of the weekend. But for me, I think that the man of the match has to go to Wesley Houlihan. He was absolutely done in the 80th minute, and I'm not surprised. I watched him in, I think it was about the 75th minute, and I think he gave the ball away, or someone else gave the ball away, and he was sprinting. I mean sprinting for like a solid 2 minutes, just chasing the ball. We're 75 minutes in. He's 34 years old. His work rate is there. His passing was majestic. His goal was out of this world. Just brilliant. I think another big mention has to go to Jacob Murphy for really embracing this pre-season, the first game of the league campaign. It was his full debut, and he comes up with an absolute blinding finish. I think it won goal of the weekend on the Football League show or Sky Sports or whatever it was. It was magnificent, and it looked even better on the highlights to what it did in the ground, and I was going berserk in the ground when I saw that fly into the top corner. Superb from him, superb from Norwich City. The only thing I hope it doesn't do is paper over the cracks. We still need a striker, maybe another two, but Alex Neil said that he's looking at strikers. Jez Moxey also met the media today, and he said that there's still a lot of transfer negotiations going on, and he was the man who helped negotiate that Pritchard deal, so he's already had a big impact. He's known for getting these good deals over the line. Narky Wells is an interesting one. That could be happening. Didn't feature for Huddersfield and has been linked with Norwich City today. So at the moment, Narky Wells looks the favourite to join Norwich City, but there's no real concrete proof at the moment that that will go through. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the weekend. Have you come down from it yet? And also, don't forget to join the Talk Norwich City Fantasy Football League for a bit of fun. We'll see who's the best fantasy football manager. Apparently, we all know loads about football, but I think this will prove that none of us know anything. Links in the description for that. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out. What's going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing really well. Now, what do early mornings and horrifically long coach journeys right on the horizon mean? It means one thing and one thing only.